The Blue Hole is an amazing dive spot in itself. It's just incredible that it's just offshore. Well, offshore, it's actually off the beach. You basically step from the beach into this hole. It's shaped like a funnel. You can actually see the sand crawling down the sides of it. Then it opens up at the bottom to a huge cylinder going down 200 meters. There's no waves coming in, and there's no current. The only difference is the tides going up and down. It's very close to perfect.
5, 6, 7.
During the World Freediving Championship at Dean's Blue Hole, 50 of the world's best athletes, men and women, competed in 2 disciplines: constant weight with and without fins. Before each attempt, athletes must announce the depths they hope to reach. They must descend along a line and retrieve a tag from a bottom plate positioned at the announced depth.
The announcement is always something tricky, kind of a poker game, because you don't know what the others are announcing. And once you made your decision with the announcement, you cannot go any deeper. So you have to estimate how deep the others are going. And to get everything right, you're playing with chances.
She has been down to the plate, 60 meters coming up.
But reaching their goal is not enough. Competitors must also respect the surface protocol or be disqualified.
Very much in control. Spare a mask off. A controlled dive for Jamila. White card. Silver medal for Jamila, Czech Republic.
Competitive freediving is always held in a secured setting, with safety divers and a medical team ready to intervene at all times. Dr. John Fitz-Clarke, head of the medical team, has done extensive research on deep freediving physiology.
A diver actually has enough oxygen in the lungs to last about 8 to 10 minutes. And this is what we're seeing as world records in static apnea, where a diver attempts to hold his breath for as long as possible in a swimming pool. We're seeing times of lately around 10 to 11 minutes. So that's the theoretical limit of how much oxygen can actually be stored in the lungs. Now the dives that we're seeing in the constant weight category and the no limits are typically around 3 to 4 minutes. So one would think that there would be enough oxygen to last a lot longer than that. The divers who are going down in constant weight, they're exerting themselves, they're using their muscles, so they're consuming their oxygen at a faster rate. So some of these divers are actually coming up after 3 or 4 minutes and occasionally blacking out at the surface.
Mask.
And that is a blackout, and he is back already. He is okay, but Sergei does not trust him. So that's a red card, 0 points for Alexei Molchanova, unfortunately.
Because they are pushing limits, and here at the Blue Hole, we've seen about 8 blackouts out of roughly 60 dives, which is a fairly high proportion, but these are the top free divers, and they are pushing themselves. We don't like to overemphasize the blackout side of the sport, but it is a reality in high-level competitions like this.
Grab her.
Problem.
Tap talk low. Tap talk low.
Low hard.
Breathe.
Hook, Christian, hook! Bend down! Hook!
Breath.
What do you think the gravity is going to do in the blood?
Ta ett stort andetag in nu. Stort andetag in. She's done this before.
Perfect. Good job, guys.
If you get down to about 20 to 30 meters, the high pressure that you've got in your chest initially, from the lungs being fully expanded, actually that pressure comes down as the lungs compress. And at great depth, it actually develops a kind of suction in the chest. The pressure becomes negative in the lungs, and therefore it's not possible to push air up through the eustachian tubes up into the ears. So a lot of beginning free divers run into ear equalization problems around 20 to 30 meters. But they learn techniques to get over that. They can learn the Frenzel technique, where they can use the tongue as a piston to basically draw some air up from the lungs like a pump, and use the tongue as a piston to push the air up into the middle ear space. So these tricks can be learned to help equalize. And once the divers learn to overcome that barrier, then they can get to greater depths.
Herbert Nitsch is gone for a dive lasting maybe 340. He has been down to world record depth before. And now let's see if Herbert can take the record again at 89 meters.
Yeah, he's coming.
And we can see him.
Come on, Herbert. Herbert, breathe. Fast. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Look at front. I'm okay. Say I'm okay. Say I'm okay.
And Herbert was nearly gone.
Well, I was very exhausted on the surface, very close to blacking out. So I gave 2 OK signs, and that's a disqualification.
A bit of a dodgy surface protocol. DQSP. He did an OK sign, but then Herbert made another OK sign.
But anyway, I was happy to reach the surface without any help. So, and I wasn't so sure about that either.
Unfortunately, 0 points, but a fantastic strong dive for Herbert Nitsch, down to 89 meters, so close.